Hi everyone. So source of finance, the second part, we are going to talk about the important section that is they are talking about the mainly share capital, venture capital, and important sections we are talking about. So I'm going to talk about the important source of finance by using like a reputed company in Sri Lanka by using SoftLogic Holding. So this SoftLogic Holding is a diversified conglomerate. You can see their main sectors, retail section. So they have mainly coming from the main SoftLogic. Their electronic section is there, and also they have you can see Odell showroom, cotton collection, and also Burger King, Baskin Robbins, Deli France restaurant chain, and also that's franchisee mode. So you can see franchisee model, and also there's a Chinese restaurant called Crystal Jade, and this is specialty Chinese restaurant. Also the Glowmark supermarket chain. Also you can see that's a retail section, which count 50% of their income. And the healthcare segment, you can see they have hospital with 800 beds in 7 hospitals to the RCD hospital chain, and medical diagnostic operation, like a RCD labs system. And that's about everything. Like also 58 collection centers. This is a big healthcare sector. I think these days performing very well, and along with the retail section also. In the financial sector, now there are about, that's if we talk about Colombo Stock Exchange, there are about 25 economic sectors are available. So they are operating mainly 6 economic sectors: retail, healthcare, financial services, leisure property, automobile, ICT. In the financial sector, you can see they have their SoftLogic Life Insurance, the third largest insurer in Sri Lanka, and SoftLogic Finance PLC. This and also SoftLogic Stockbroker. So that's the financial segment. And leisure property segment, you can see their industry, leisure and property. They have the Centara Seas and Resorts, Spa, Bentota, and 5-star city hotel, Move and Pick Hotel, and online ticketing platforms of like destination management, like the leisure property industry. So also there. And they have the automobile section, because all the repair, all these inter companies, there are so many logistics operations are going on. Like it's a healthcare, there are ambulance systems, and hotel property, there are vans and vehicles are using. So these things, repairs and services are done by their own automobile locations, because of Logic Automobile, which is an authorized dealer of the King Long bus in Sri Lanka, and Future Automobile, which is authorized dealer for all Ford vehicles in Sri Lanka. The agency is their repair center. And ICT, I think you don't need to talk about the ICT, because every organization, even healthcare sector, hospitals, they have a databases are there, computers are there, retail section, so many computers are using in the supermarkets, and all like fashion retail outlets. So these systems, they are servers and computer hardware, software, the maintenance part, licensing part, renewal of their like softwares and everything are done from their own ICT company. It's a strategic business unit. Actually, these last two I'm talking, automobile and ICT, are good strategic business unit. So there are so many items are there, like IT security maintenance, like they have to security website security maintenance, everything done from their own companies, right? So and their main income wise, if you segmented, you can see the sources of finance and the investments. They are mainly coming from 50% income come from the retail section, 20% coming from the healthcare, the hospital chain, and another 20% coming from the insurance, financial services, 6% from the IT sector, and 3% from leisure, and 1% from automobile. That's how they are diversified, largest, like a business, one of the largest business conglomerate in Sri Lanka. So let's go to the this is the company outline, everything I have given with the company names. Okay, let's go to the most important thing. Let's found out the SOFP, statement of financial position, and we can go through their financial position. We can find out how their investments and how their financing they actually done in last year. This is their 2020 financial statement, accessed through the Colombo Stock Exchange. So you can see the financial statement comprised with different things. The independent auditors report from the ENY, Ernst & Young Chartered Accountants. So they are giving this financial statement, their opinion. They mention, in our opinion, the company financial statement of the company give a true and fair view. So that means the independent body, financial accountancy body, they are giving some certificate for all the shareholders that this business, this organization, this financial statement are true and fair, which is we can believe it, because sometimes people can manipulate. That's the first part is the independent auditors report. And then after that, you can see the income statements is their income statement, and then you can see their operations, everything, group profit, everything. So let's go to topic of the, they have profit at the end. Right now it's a company, you can see loss making. Last it was 2.9 billion profit, but that's a 3.1 billion loss. So let's go to the financial SOFP section, statement of financial position, the topic of the day, sources of finance. The asset base is like this. They have property, plant, and equipment. So 52 billion total asset. You can see 95 billion worth of assets they have, including everything in the group. I think hospitals, everything. They're worth 95 billion, 95.7 billion total group on. So assets we can divide into two branches: non-current assets and the current assets. So our main topic is this section from equity and liability. So, the equity section, how their financial, the capital structure is, you can see the share capital, stated capital, they have 12 billion stated capital, that's external source of funding. You can see out of this, you can see 50% owned by the chairman and other board of directors and other shareholders. Revenue reserve, you can see right now they have minus figure, which is the internal source of funding. Their revenue reserves like a retained earnings. The reserves are minus figure, which is, that means loss-making situation is visible here. The revenue reserve indicate a minus figure, which means the internal source of funding. Sometimes there's a liquidity problem right now in the reserves are minus figure. And you can see the non-controlling interest in total equity, 21 billion worth of equity part is there. And we can go to the other section, most important topic of the day, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. You can see these are external long-term funding, all these methods, and this current liabilities mean external short-term funding methods, which means these items we have to settle within one financial year, right? So out of that, we just in our main previous session we talk about the trade payables. You can see they have right now 8.6 billion right payables because they have supermarkets, they have medical supplies, so many things they have to purchase for credit. So within 1 year they have to settle 8.6 billion trade payables. Like that, tax payables and other financial liabilities. And look at the last one, bank overdraft. They have bank overdraft figure 7.2 billion. Last it was 7.7 billion, which is bank overdraft within the year. They have taken some more than their current account facilities, overdraft facility 7.2 billion. Okay, in the long term, we can see non-current liability section, their bank loans. It's called interest-bearing borrowings. Interest-bearing borrowings, you can see 31 billion bank loans. That they increased from 6 billion. Last it was only 25 billion. Now it was 31 billion because I think the government policy to reduce the interest rate has significantly impacted this situation. They have raised their borrowings position by 6 billion. They have taken bank loans. Bank loan is important for all of the businesses these days because sometimes they might give very good corporate rate like 5%, 6% bank loan interest. So it will be fair enough like that. So bank loans, the main we talk about the advantage is flexible. You can determine your monthly installment and then the interest rates also like comparatively low. And those are the main advantages of using a bank loan. But overdraft facility, imagine like 31 billion bank loan and 7 billion overdraft. Overdraft is a quick method. There's some items are there, you have to quickly settle. That's why this overdraft facility is important. It is a little bit expensive method, but that's also really flexible and quick method to get. Okay, so we'll go to one by one, like a share capital, debentures. You can't see any debenture part here. They have only public deposits, everything, non-section. That's why every organization we don't have everything, right? So let's go to the this one, debenture. So today our first topic was debenture. Debenture is another form of loan. And debenture holders are creditors of a company, not owners. Debenture holders are entitled to a fixed rate of return, but have no voting rights, right? So voting rights holders are these. Normally, the debenture holders can't vote. The voting power goes to the shareholders, which is the people who own the share capital. In this case, you can see the business has stated capital of 12 billion. This 12 billion actually go through the shareholders like this way. I go to the share ownership thing at the end of the, you can see, financial statement. If you go to the financial statement at the end, you can see the shareholding, the percentage, the voting shares, how they go. You can see here we go. Shareholder information section. In the shareholder information section, you can see the analysis and everything, the number of shareholders. They have total 10,729 shareholders. 100%. So the classifications are given. People who own like 1 to 1,000, there are 6,000 shareholders like that. More than 10,000, 3,000 shareholders. More than 1 lakh, 430. Like the shareholder classification they have given. These are all ordinary shareholders which has voting rights. Individuals 10,000. Institutions. Institutions mean some banks sometimes. EPF, Employee Provident Fund, some foreign institution, pension funds. These are the institutions who invest. Residents and non-residents. Right, 44 foreigners invest here and 10,000 residents invest here, locals in this company. So this is the individual top 20 shareholders. Mr. Ashoka Patirige, the chairman who holds the company, 40%. He owns 40.7%, which is 486 million shares he owns at the moment. And second largest shareholder, you can see Samina Ceylon Holdings institution and Harish Kumar Kaimal, one of the, I think they are director, executive director, and like that. So it goes like the top 10 shareholders, top 20 shareholders you can see here. This car foreign, JB Coco Shell and everything, like an employee provident fund is an institution, is a foreign holding, like that Morgan Stanley, Aberdeen Global, like that. These are main Pemberton Asian Opportunity Fund, like these are UK and USA, Canada, Russia, different funds are there. So international funds also, they have invested there like a massive number of shares. So you can see that's how the shareholding, these have voting powers like that. So the person who owns the majority of the share is become the chairman. Mr. Ashoka Patirige is the chairman, executive chairman. He chose, no need to, that's why you no need to actually acquire more than 50%, even 40% also enough, right? So let's go back to the, this is a shareholding. So now debenture holders, they don't have a voting power. Only shareholders have the voting power in the PLCs, public listed companies, right? The other one is a hire purchase. Hire purchase also, next to the definition of hire purchase, is buying a specific good with a loan, often provided by a finance house. So hire purchase is another loan, like you can normally vehicles and buildings, you can hire purchase like that, especially non-current assets. You can buy tools, equipment, vehicles, machinery. The features of a hire purchase agreement are normally you have to make a down payment, and then remaining fee you can pay in monthly installments, similar to leasing, right? And the goods bought, they do not legally belongs to the buyer. So absolute owner always last until the very last installment has been paid. If you settle the last installment, then you become the absolute owner of the property. If the buyer falls behind with the repayment, the goods can be repossessed. We call like a seizing, similar to leasing situation, right? So if you're unable to pay within like a 3 consecutive months, then the leasing company, like hire purchase company, can repossess the asset. Hire purchase agreement can be short term or long term. Yeah, they can have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, like that. It depends, right? But the main problem of the hire purchase agreement is usually more expensive than a bank loan. This is because lenders are not as strict when taking the risk posed by the borrower. So they are giving very quickly, they are giving the facility, but the problem is a little bit hire purchase more expensive than the bank loans. It's quick, that's why for actually to acquire assets like in very good position, a good opportunity, hire purchase is like that, right? So that's about the debentures and hire purchase, guys, right? Okay, the share capital is our next part. Share capital is a permanent capital. In our discussion also we found out this is share capital. This is the total shares owned by the business. Share capital. This is about total 12 billion the worth of shareholding. And they can see the shares. These are the things that they are buying and selling, these things. So share capital usually it's a permanent nature of capital. If you have what like a larger, like a majority of the shares of the company, if you hold, you can be the chairman, right? For limited companies, share capital is an important source of external finance, right? Sometimes students confuse, they are thinking share capital is internal. No, it's external, right? The sale of shares can raise very large amount of money. When limited companies are formed, shares are issued to raise capital, like startup capital. However, limited companies can raise more money by selling shares in the future, right? So you can this one you can multiply, you can sometimes you can share split, you can do a right issue, you can see the market value of the company. Like last time the highest price for the market price is goes like 19, it was 17, and then 2019 is 25. The lowest goes 11 and 15, and turnover it's like that. So you can see number of shares traded, 35 million shares traded, and number of trades. They are given the summary. right? But right now you can see this company now trading in right now is 12.10. 12 point is gone down by 50 cents. You can see that compared to last year, it's gone down, right? It's trading right now. It's a good price to purchase this company because right, because you can see the last year and this year, it's actually 12 rupees mean like it that's a little pretty cheaper price, but this company have like a diversified conglomerate. I think good sec a lot of people are there, but little bit you can see today the like trading conditions 34,000 share volume traded so far. It's a little bit pretty illiquid share, a little bit like only 36 trades happen, 36 transactions. So like that share capital you can see in the PLCs, you can trade it like you have shares, a lot of people like they're buying and selling happening. Share market, you can, the share market main theory is you can buy at low price and sell at a high price. Buy low, sell high, that's the main thing, right? And you can get the dividends also. So by investing shares you can get the capital gains and the dividend gains. So, and this a right issue means sometimes the company can issue another round of shares for the existing shareholders to raise more capital. So without giving new shares to new shareholders, they are for existing shareholders, they are releasing a new like another round of shares for like a low price. The main advantage of selling shares to raise capital is the interest payments are avoided. So this amount of money for these shares, you don't need to pay any interest. So there is no burden there. However, shareholders will expect to be paid dividends if the company is successful, right? The main disadvantage of issuing shares is raise the capital, the cost of administration, right? The whole flotation process is costly. Yeah, the shares sold to raise money and setting up the company. This is, you can see. So they have to pay dividends for this company. We'll see how much dividend they pay. Last year they paid only 50 cents dividend. So 50 cents multiplied by number of shares, you can see there's a millions of money, right? So earning per share, dividend per share. So this company, that's why some companies are there, for example, like Commercial Bank, Sampath Bank, some good dividend paying companies also there, but this company is not that much, only small dividend only they are paying right now. Right. You can see we'll go to the topic of the most important topic, the venture capital. Venture capital, you can see it's a organization who actually specialist investors, individual or companies who provide money for business purpose to open a new business. Okay, I invite Samara. Can you read that venture capital paragraph?
Venture capitalists are specialists in the provision of funds for small and medium-sized businesses. They may invest in businesses after the initial startup and often prefer technology companies with a high growth potential. They prefer to take a stake in the company, which means they have some control and are entitled to a share in the profit. Venture capitalists raise their funds from institutional investors, such as pension funds, insurance companies, and wealthy individuals. They are also likely to exit after about 5 years. Some venture capitalists are individuals and may be called business
Angel.
angels.
Yeah.
They may invest between £10,000 and £100,000, sometimes more, usually in exchange for a stake in a business. Most investments are in startups or early stage expansions. The problem with this source of finance for businesses is finding a suitable angel. Since angels normally take a stake in the business, the angel and the current business owners must have shared interests and want the same for the future of the business. Finally, business owners have to be comfortable with sharing profits with the angel for as long as they are involved. Businesses often turn to venture capitalists for funding when they have been refused by other sources.
Okay, thank you. So main venture capital, you can see if you watch like Shark Tank, if you watch Dragon's Den in the UK, like television programs, like these are the venture capital. Like normally the concept coming from that. So I'll take you to a couple of venture capital companies in UK. This is an entrepreneur handbook. You can see the UK available venture capital firms. If you need money, you can find some kind of a like a venture capital. Sometimes we call business angel. For especially they like to invest in startup companies which have good ideas. So what is venture capital? You can see here. It's a form of private equity investment where business receive unsecured funding in exchange for a share of its equity, right? So it's unsecured funding. So for VC or venture capital, they are taking a business idea. So you have to convince them by using your business idea, and because sometimes you don't have enough collateral to give you. right? So you don't have enough collateral to give this venture capital. So they are not taking any collateral. Instead of that, they're believing your business idea and then they're investing. The aim of profitably executing the investment is at a later stage, usually within 5 to 10 years. They're taking like that. We see the venture capital companies in the UK, list of venture capital firms in UK. London Venture Partners. London Venture Partners, you can see their location in London and investment not specified, but they say they guess about 50k up to 5 million pounds they are investing, and like that. Another one is a Spark Ventures. These names are important. Sometimes you can use this example in your exams, like because it's a London exams. So London venture capital firms, I think better use this, because there are every country there are venture capital firms. It's better to use London firms uh, in your answers. Spark Ventures also another one in London and UK. So their investment level, they're going to about like a 500k, half a million to 2 million money, and follow-up funding after that. So portfolio companies also they have given for Spark investment. Other one is EC1 Capital. EC1 Capital. They have a London, Dublin, and Edinburgh, and also their seed money and the bridge. So after 200k, syndicated up to 1 million. So different figures they are giving. EC1 Capital. So other one is a Connect VC Venture Capital. So it's another one, Connect VC. So they are giving portfolio companies. They say they are giving 300k to 600k, and they don't mind investing alongside our VCs generally. Like so many companies are available, right? The one is a Beacon Capital. Beacon Capital, this is mainly it's very popular company. Normally targeting the small and I can see mainly e-commerce web entrepreneurs and online marketplaces. Beacon, and their investment goes around like 200k pounds and 2 million pounds, right? So there are a lot of organizations like that. If you go to the this website, you can find so many venture capital firms are there. You can find out Pentech Ventures and Episode One Ventures, and so many venture capital firms you can follow. MMC Ventures. It's a list of venture capital, like an entrepreneur handbook. That's why if one person rejects you, you can go to another firm. That's the thing. There are so many investors are willing to invest. These are people who are looking for opportunities, right? Venture capital firms. Even sometimes rich people in the world like Bill Gates, they might have venture capital firms, right? Because they need new ideas to invest in. So what they do after that, if they're investing in your business, they investing different figures based on an idea, and then when the business becomes successful, sometimes they're asking share percentage from your business to be, if you want to take them long standing. But sometimes sometimes they will take their profit and they take their money with the return. They sometimes they give the total ownership for you, and they sometimes they will go separate from the venture capital investment. So venture capital is a very good investment opportunity, like specialist investors, individuals or companies who provide money for business purpose, especially for new business startups, right? That's why you can find out if you go to the Dragon's Den and Shark Tank, this kind of organizations. I think venture capital people, a lot of people can find. I think you already know all these television programs like entrepreneur program. Okay, the most important one and the last point today, the crowdfunding. The crowdfunding website. I think this is a very new concept. Crowdfunding concept. This is very popular in other Western countries like US and UK. This situation happening, the crowdfunding, where the large number of individuals called crowd invest in a business venture using an online platform. So there is no need of using a bank, no finance company, no bank. You can present your idea not to a VC, just to crowd, like a public, using a platform, and then you can invest there. So you can you have to make a small video clip about your idea, and then we call a gig, like you have to create, and then you have to demonstrate your product, and then it's a new product. It can be a book, it can be a computer game, it can be a shoe, it can be a bag, whatever the product. Then you're asking some amount of money. So sometimes people will raise money within 2 hours, 3 hours, within seconds. Sometimes it will take, like normally they are giving you like a 2 weeks time to raise the funds. But some lot of very attractive fund generations are there. Crowdfunding, okay. Crowdfunding. Tessa, can you read the crowdfunding part?
Crowdfunding is a relatively new source of finance for business. It is similar to peer-to-peer funding, where banks are excluded and individuals can lend money via the internet to others without previous knowledge of them. However, the fundraisers tend to be businesses or groups who are involved in a particular venture, such as putting on a concert, building a school, or setting up a community project. The lenders or investors will be a large number of individuals who together represent the crowd. Transactions are conducted online. Specialist websites allow those seeking finances to publish details of their business data or project, including how much cash they need, how they will use it, and how investors stand to profit, if at all, in the future. In future, some of the sites carry out checks to on the fundraisers, but not all of them. In most cases, the investors who can usually put in as little as £10 per venture are offered shares in a business.
Okay, thank you. So this crowdfunding website, there are so many crowdfunding websites are available, right? You can see if you go to my handout, you can see crowdfunding website. There are a list of crowdfunding website I have given at the end of this my handout. Right, everything, advantage, disadvantage, everything is there in my handout. Share capital, how venture capital works, everything, mechanism, advantage, disadvantage are there in my reference book. Crowdfunding, the definition part you can write down there. Crowdfunding, these are the crowdfunding part, like available, like mainly websites available, internet platform called EquityNet, V1Vest, Investable, Crowdcube, Seed Invest, Circle Up, VFunder, Fundable, Funders Club. Like that, there are so many crowdfunding websites are available. So one of my favorite crowdfunding website is actually the Kickstarter. Right, this is a Kickstarter. If you go to this crowdfunding website, you can see there are different projects we can discover to invest. This is called Kickstarter. Only like on the US people can do this. There are certain categories I can invest. Certain categories, so many art. You can see comic, craft, dance, design, fashion, games, journalism, music, photography, publishing, technology, like that. And then look at there are right now about more than 500,000 projects are there. So let's say I randomly I go to this one. So you can see there are certain things. So they pledge and everything, traders. So I would like to click this one. We call a nomad, the shoe, right? This is a shoe, the new idea, innovative idea. So they are created a crowdfunding gig through this website. Right now you can see people are donated. They only pledge 19,000 US dollars. 19,000 US dollars, but within 2 hours they got everything, 19,000, and right now they collected $178,000, right? So more than expect, like 10 times, like almost 10 times what they expected from 1,300 people, right? Backers. So another 16 days to go. It's just actually today is open. To within 2 hours they got their money, and so this is only 2-minute video clip is there about their shoe. This is a shoe they made out of coffee. Imagine, right? This is a new innovative idea. Look at this video, and after that we'll talk.
Last year, we delivered you the world's first waterproof everyday sneakers made from coffee and recycled plastic. We bring you Nomad, the coffee sneaker built for athletic performance. But first, why coffee? Million tons of used grounds are thrown out every year, and almost none of it is handled responsibly. That's why we use a mix of used coffee grounds and recycled plastic to fight waste and create our durable upper. Coffee controls unpleasant odors to stay fresh all day, every day. No rain check required. Waterproof usually means hot and sweaty. Nomad is built for ventilation. Element from the sole to the upper is designed to breathe. Our 3D knit is made tough for even the most extreme activities and ultralight to never weigh you down. Precision split outsole lets you experience maximum traction completely on any terrain. Responsive, lightweight cushioning for supreme shock absorption and all-day comfort. An advanced stability system cradles your foot with an active and adaptable support. Now, no activity is off limits. Running, hiking, or exploring the world. Brings you performance without boundaries. Life moves fast. That's why we created a pair of shoes that can minimize your footprint and maximize your movement. Last time, you redefined what an everyday shoe can be. Now, experience a world of adventure and activity without limits. Step into nomad and let nothing get in your way.
Okay, you can see guys, now it was only the waterproof coffee shoe, right? So it's a 100% waterproof, and you can see water resistant, lightweight, sustainable. So they only just asked 19,000 US dollars, but no, right now, this is today, right? They within 2 hours they got that amount, and then right now they are counting 178,000 US dollars. So imagine, like, these are not only this, they are given so many things, the colors and styles available, so many things, and videos and important, right? Like what is their material, how they use the brands, everything, right? So many informations are there in this corner. It's environmentally friendly and everything, waterproof material. So imagine if I wanted to invest here, I want to back this project. So this is imagine I'm part of this crowd, so I want to invest here. So what is the return? Sometimes might asking, what is the return for the investors of the crowdfunding projects? Yes, you have returns. If you go to the investment part, if I want to back this project, there are so many options I can back. So I can give some money without any reward. We call that option pledge without a reward, right? And other one is I can invest $99, right? If I invest $99, they will give me another like a one free like a pair of sneaker. So they'll deliver me anywhere in the world, like estimated 2021 December. At the end of this year, they're going to deliver me if I invest $99. $99 means Sri Lanka, if you multiply 99 into 220, it's around 21,700 rupees, right? So they're giving like one pair for this amount. So the retail price goes to 179. So they say save $80, like 45% off. So like that. So right now for this option, 443 people already listed, only another 4 left. Another 4 people only can apply this $99 option. One, if you want one set, you can do like the individual person, $99 option, because their retail price going $179, right? So that means we can $80 we can save in this option. That's a lot of people are investing here. About 400 people, another 4 people only, they allow this promotion thing. Second is $109. $109 mean you can actually so they are giving another pair of shoes, especially early price, plus one pair of coffee socks also they are giving with that amount. Because another $9, so they are giving another one pair of coffee socks made out of coffee, and then they are giving another 45% off, like that. Already about 131, 5 left, only 126 backers already we have, like that. Imagine I'm a person who doing business, shoe shop or something, then I can go to like a big donations and I can go get more shoes like that. So they are giving like that. So if I got $189, so they are giving two shoes like that, get two times. These are 2 shoes like that. They're giving 2 pair of shoes. 209 they are giving 2 pair of shoes plus pair of shoe laces, everything. And 249 they are giving another 2 pair. For $279 they are giving 3 pair of shoes, early deal. Like that, there are 5 backers already. For there are so another 3 more left. This kind of deals are the image for my shop. I want to buy more, so they are giving 4 shoes, 4 like that. So many options are there. This kind of a thing. So you can see this is the way the crowdfunding websites are normally attracting people for the funding. There are so many projects you can discuss. You can see computer games. This is funded within 2 hours. That's why I select this project. Some other one you can see like small, ultimate travel bag. So already you can see that more than 55 hours ago. They funded more than they required. Like there's so many things. Sometimes books, sometimes if you're portable home batteries, So many products are there, new innovative products. These crowdfunding websites are really helpful. You can see these backpacks, and sometimes like so many welder cutters, so many things. You can just, I'm just giving you idea. Just you can go through and you can find out so many things. This is called the crowdfunding. So crowdfunding, the definition part you can get from here, where the large number of individuals invest in a business venture using online platform and therefore avoiding using bank. So in return, what they can get the one of the product that actually they are investing. For example, it can be a product, pair of shoes. There are so many items are selling actually, right? So by investing in that product, you can get some item like at a discounted price. They will do shipment for the home delivery, everything available, right? Okay, so in a lesson so far now, all the external financing part we discussed there. So we start from today's lesson from debenture. After we talk about the hire purchase, after we talk about the share capital thing, right? So and also we talk about the venture capital, and finally we talk about the crowdfunding thing. So what you need to know, the advantages and disadvantages with the definition, especially right now in examinations, they already check the share capital thing and hire purchase thing, but venture capital and crowdfunding was not tested so far because it's a new part of your syllabus. So therefore I think it's better to go through the definition. It can come from defined questions. In some time mock papers, I think we have given this crowdfunding as a definition question. Therefore, go through this definition and go through the advantages and disadvantages, guys. Okay. From that, I'm winding up this session. Thank you very much, guys.